Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not sure what's happening. It says something funny about the rotation.
Well, it does say live down
Yeah? Well, I don't know. It'd be kind of par for the course today that we would have this problem.
there. Whatever.
Good morning. Hi.
Hello, my lover. How are you?
I'm all right. We're listening to the next adventure from Quinn. That felt like an appropriate piece to listen to today. Because if you've been paying attention this week, wow, do I have a lot of blush on? My gosh. The light out here is sometimes really harsh. If you've been paying attention this week, you know that I am leaving today for 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, 14 days.
336 hours, but who's counting?
A tennis tournament.
A fortnight.
Yes.
I'm going for a fortnight. It's like my own Wimbledon.
It is.
That's very exciting.
There you go.
I have a really dear friend who I was talking to on Saturday, and I said something about being nervous to go, which I am. I'm excited, I'm calm, I'm nervous, I'm ready, I'm a big believer that you need to be uncomfortable once in a while. And a lot about this is going to be uncomfortable, and that is appropriate. So at any rate, we were talking about this in a group Zoom call, and we got off and she called me and she said, I have to ask you a question. And I said, okay. And she said, are you nervous to leave Mass? What she was asking me. She was asking me if I was nervous to leave Maz unsupervised as a recovering alcoholic.
I mean, it's a fair question.
It's a totally fair question, and it came from such a place of friendship and concern and honesty. It was really brave of her to ask. So here's my answer. 100% not. First of all, in 2017 and the beginning of 2018, I did a huge amount of travel. Huge amount of travel for work. A week here, 5 or 6 days there. And you were alone a lot.
I just did all these little home projects I hadn't done for years now that I was sober.
And then I went to England with my friend Ellen a year and a half ago for a week. And I never worry about leaving you. I would leave open bottles of alcohol in the house with you home. I mean, it is not anything that I believe you and I have to worry about.
I mean, we've addressed this earlier. I mean, it's incredibly lucky that I so far, 3 years, 7 months and 1 day.
But who's counting?
By who's counting? I have no hinkling or desire.
Did you combine inkling and hankering?
I did.
A hinkling?
I've made a word up. I've lost my thread. Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I've got
you have no desire to drink.
I've got no desire to drink at all. The whole idea just makes me nervous. But I just don't have it in me. We went shopping.
That's going to be a little weird.
That's okay.
Anyway.
We went shopping, and for your travels, I bought myself some comfort food. I have a lot of meat in the freezer.
So much meat.
It's going to be fantastic.
What a stupid live stream this is turning out to be. I'm watching us. I'm having that Rick Moranis, like, this is now. Now is now? No, this is now.
We're sideways over there.
So I just turned us. Bizarre and irritating. I bet my phone is on lock.
Yeah.
Sorry about
anyway,
that, people.
to carry on with the message, the idea of can you trust someone, this is actually one of the reasons why you haven't gone to an Al-Anon meeting yet.
Yes. Yes, it is. Although I will tell you that the universe is sending me strong messages to go. So I might even try and go this Friday since they're all over Zoom. I can go from my residency. We'll see how I'm feeling by Friday night. Maybe I'll welcome a little bit of a break.
I mean, it might. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to do that.
But yeah, my concern about leaving has nothing to do with drinking, and so I appreciate everybody and anybody who is sending great thoughts, wishing me well. But you might also have been wondering about that. And here are a couple of thoughts that I have. One, part of why Maz and I can be such a joyful, equal partnership now is because in his sobriety, I'm not his de facto parent or boss. I'm his spouse.
Yeah.
He manages himself. I mean, I still do a lot of managing because I'm a manager type person. But
Again, with the flower unfolding.
I know. But it's not because you can't take care of things or take care of yourself or will fall off the cliff or ledge if I'm not there to pull the leash. There is no leash. So that's one thing. And two, I think you have to have a basis of trust. Even when trust has been betrayed, if you're going to make the next step to stay together, then you have to figure out how to restore that trust.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
And live in and with it until and unless it's betrayed again. I used to say to Quinn, I will never go through your room. We will never go through your backpack. We will never dig around in your private stuff unless you give us a reason to. And then you better believe it, I'll be digging 10 times a day and I won't feel bad about it. And guess what? I never had to go through that boy's backpack, never had to go through his drawers, never had to do any of that. He either never gave us a reason to doubt him, which is what I think is true, or he was so good at hiding it that we never had a reason to think there was something else going on, something not in the right behavior. So
I think it was the first one.
I think it was too. I do too. But every parent wants to think that about their
Well, I
kid.
think this one's actually true, just for our case.
But the point is, I don't have a reason to distrust Maz, or more basically, I don't have a reason to worry about Maz. First of all, I believe that if you had a drink today, you would come home and tell me. You would face the truth. You would make the hard decision.
Because I think it would make me really upset.
Yeah, I think you would be, in many ways, more upset even than I would be.
I would feel like I've let myself, especially you, even the dog down. Everybody, everyone that's been rooting for me for these last 3 years. I mean, I think the only worry you actually have about this, apart from you going to a house on your own, which does scare you, is the fact, will I pick tomatoes off the vine?
That is a legitimate
there you
concern.
Go.
This is prime tomato season. I've got probably...
We have hundreds.
I don't know, 2,000 beautiful tomatoes that I know are going to go ripe over this time. And I know Dr. Mary's not going to pick them diligently.
But the thing is, I actually asked you if I could bring some to work as a control for an experiment, and you were horrified.
Yeah, because you eat them. You don't freeze them and then break them down for your dumb tomato experiment. Disappointing. Anyway, if you're watching this and live in Fargo-Moorhead, send Mazzy a message a time or two.
If you want some cherry
and say,
tomatoes.
I need some tomatoes, and I know you're not picking them.
Only if you say the word tomato, you can have some.
If you type it, he'll never know.
That's true.
I don't know. Do we have anything else to say? I do want to reference this sweater. So my grandma made this sweater, I'm assuming in the 70s, knit. My grandma knit this sweater. That's how non-knitty I am. And the best thing is, she was an incredible, incredible artisan in her own right. But I had a baby one, and my mom and my dad both had them too. My dad's was a pullover, which I still have.
You do?
I do. I don't know where my mom's went.
That's a nice sweater on you, actually.
But I'm wearing this because my project is to go off and read the courtship letters of my grandparents. This grandma, who in 1948 had this great big job. She was a professional woman. She traveled. She had incredible clothes. She had an expense account. She drove through the mountain pass multiple times in Colorado between the Dakotas and Utah. She had a huge, huge, important job. And she gave all of that up to move to North Dakota to marry a man with 4 children and who eventually became my mom. So I'm wearing this sweater in honor of my grandma because that's the work I'm going to do for these 2 weeks. So, do we have anything else?
I think the underlying message of this, because this has kind of been a little jovial, which is lovely, is trust. You have to re-earn trust as an addict, and you have to have trust in yourself. I have complete trust in myself. The only thing I'm going to do this week, for the next 2 weeks, is go to work and being at work, look after the dog, pick tomatoes, eat a wonderful amount of meat, put up some shelves after our little project in the basement has been done. So I'm going to put up some shelves on the back end of it to put the paint up, and Lily is going to lie by my feet as I watch a few movies and old series reruns over the weekend.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to do. And you trust me to do that, and I trust myself to do that. And it's the trust thing is important. You will learn to trust each other again. And as an addict, you are going to be able to trust yourself. And you're not overnight. I'm not saying that. I mean, it took me. I was nervous for over a year. I remember the first time we went on a plane together. Mm-hmm. It was the first time I was on a plane ever sober, and that actually scared me. And it was perfectly fine.
You know, the thing we keep saying is take one little step.
That's why they say one day at a time. One day at a time. It is. You
can't. If you're in an instance where your person is going away for 2 weeks, or you're leaving your addict for a period of time, you can't know what you're going to come home to. All you can do is know what you're leaving, and what you're leaving is a place of trust. I hope. Stuff happens. We all make plans that don't come through. We all think things are going to happen that do and don't. So you just do today what you can do today. Yeah. We're going to get off here. I'm going to unlock my phone so that we never have to do this again. And we'll pack up my car and I'll drive off, and I will see what I see when I get there. And you will see what you see. And in 2 weeks' time, we'll come together and we'll see how it went for both of us.
Well, we're going to talk tomorrow morning.
We are. So don't forget, we are going to keep these up while I'm gone. So yeah, tomorrow I'll walk you through the house. I know all of you are thinking I'm going off to like a sod hut. I'm not going off to a sod hut. I'm going off to a beautiful, beautiful home out in the middle of nowhere.
It is.
Yeah. So that is that. Thanks for watching today, Stephanie and Denise and Bonnie, and I didn't see everybody else who was on, but thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, addict or not. What's the thing you can try and do today? What's your next thing to keep you successful, to keep trust going, to make you feel like you're accomplishing all the things that you're meant to accomplish?
The trust in yourself is also a part of having a bit of faith in yourself too. It's scary. I mean, it's all, every day can be scary. Just do what you can.
You do what you can. Have an excellent day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.